Good afternoon. It's Saturday, July 23rd. Happy birthday, Phoebe. So I'm going to talk a bit about inventory control. But before that, I want to show off this. This is one of those plain pots I was telling about in the earlier video. At one point, somebody talked about preferring pots before they were even glazed, just as drying clay. And this was my solution for a glaze that doesn't look like a glaze at all. It is glazed, it just doesn't look like it is. Anyway, inventory control. If I were Ben Franklin, who was, among other things, a genius at business, I would have the most spectacular inventory control. I'd have notes on every pot I'd ever made, probably even including, the home address of the person who bought them. But I'm not Ben Franklin, and he wasn't a potter, and anyway, we're not going there. I'm more at the end of the spectrum where somebody's enjoying making pots, they've made a few more than they can use themselves, they take the extra with them to a camping event and sell them for $5 or $10 to friends that were also at the camping event. That was my path into being a potter. One of the things coming up, I've got this big fair coming up, and it occurred to me that there might be some use, if I had the spare time, of noting all the pots I'm planning to take to this particular event, what kind they are and what the price is. And then theoretically, I could accumulate the data in such a way as I would know exactly what the most I could possibly make is, what the total value of every item combined, if I could sell every item. And then later I could calculate what percentage of that I actually sold. Did I sell half of what I bought, took by volume or by price, or anyway, I don't have that kind of free time. And it's one of the things that comes up when you get into online sales, particularly when you're dealing with one-of-a-kind things, because you're not just posting a picture of a category of mug. You're posting a picture, potentially 3, 2 views and a detail, of some very specific pots, not just a mug, that particular mug that the customer particularly wanted. And then, not only are you tracking to get just the right one in the box sent to just the right address, you also then have to flip the little switch and get it off the website, or the second customer may want the same pot that the first customer just paid for. So the level of freakishly detailed inventory control involved with online has been sort of off-putting for me. I don't want to do that. I mean, that'd be like running a grocery store where you keep track of each individual item in the store, including each box of cereal by box. Okay. Kim Ellington and I once figured out that, if you want to be a folk potter, one of the advantages of being a folk potter is that folk potters actually don't even really take pictures of their pots. They make pots, they make them available to the customer gives them money, and game over. Not just minimal inventory control. There's no photographing. It cuts to how involved do you want to be with the business aspects, the detail, the record keeping of being a person who happens to sell pots that you've made yourself. At one extreme, there's some freakishly crazy levels of inventory control. I'm just not one of them. Have a good day.